welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, we are going to be recapping my August budget, and this is very exciting, not in a good way. So stick around to see all of the chaos that happened in August. And part of the reason why some of our bills changed for September. So to start off, I don't share our income. So moving on to the subscriptions, we actually had less in subscriptions, and also moving forward, I'm going to get rid of these check marks because I don't use them, as you can see. We paid $116.47 for all of our subscriptions, and all of our subscriptions include, let me see if I can remember all of them. We've got Hulu, Netflix, Xbox, like Microsoft Gold. We have a car wash membership. We both have gym memberships and my Adobe membership for editing videos. And then we've got Verizon, which was way more than this. And I'm actually gonna write it down. Like, I'm gonna cross it off and write it down because that's how much more it was. And I'll explain why in a second. So it's $259.51. And the reasoning for that was I switched to Mint Mobile. So we still have Dalton's phone at Verizon, but I switched to Mint Mobile because I looked in our area and we had really good coverage everywhere, and I have just had crap service since switching. So after my 3 months that I paid for up front, I will be switching to hopefully Spectrum Mobile, but we shall see. They have like way better coverage in all of Wisconsin and not just our area, so I'm hoping maybe that will help because I'm trying to save money on her phone bill. But we had like a trade-in thing for when we bought our phones like a long time ago. Okay, that sounds a little dramatic. I want to say we bought them like a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, and they had like a trade-in credit or something. So our bill was pretty low, and I don't know how it works, but because I'm like switched, that I had to like pay for my phone up front or something. I don't know how it was working, but I do know that I'm pretty sure our bill moving forward is going to be lower than expected because I'm pretty sure we're still getting the phone credit that my phone had on Dalton's phone, but we shall see. If anything, we will just move back to Verizon if Spectrum doesn't work. But our internet was $65, which we have Spectrum, and then gas for our home, it was $116. That is a semi-fixed number. It's fixed, but every 3 months they kind of like look at the number and see if it's crazy, and then they will change it. So for, I think September is when the last month of like this number for sure will be. But then we have fun money, which I don't share. Eating out, which I'm not gonna share this month, but you will see what we budgeted for starting in September and the amount that we spend in September. But the amount that we budgeted for, we basically doubled that, and we were just really bad at eating out. But on top of that, part of that came from, so we have an entertainment section in our sinking funds, and so we use that anytime we would, like, basically our family's in town, or we're doing fun things and that involves eating out. Like, for instance, we went out of town to go do something fun, and when we did that, Obviously we had to eat out in that situation, or I guess we didn't have to, but that was included in entertainment. So some of the eating out that is outrageous was included in entertainment. I just wrote down everything that was eating out. So it is a little bit higher than what it should be because some of it did get included in the entertainment part of our sinking funds. And then groceries, this one is just so sad to see, and part of the reason why I upped our budget in September. I am hoping we won't hit our budget in September because one of the issues that we have with grocery shopping, I don't know if any of you are the same way, but I will put meat in the freezer and then I will thaw it to, obviously cook it. But then whatever, like if we get like a 5-pound thing of meat, Dalton and I are not going to eat 5 pounds of meat. And then I'll put it in the freezer. And there was only issues with ground beef. Chicken was fine, but ground beef, every time I put it in the freezer, in like a freezer bag, it would immediately have frostbite, so I'd have to throw it away. And so that was a lot of money that we wasted. But I think the beginning of August, I purchased freezer paper, and every time that I go to the grocery store and get meat, I buy it in bulk, and then I will put I'll just like separate everything into like appropriate portions of like what we would be using. And that has been working well. The meat has not been freezer burned and all of that. So we have a large like stockpile of ground beef and chicken. So hopefully we won't have to spend as much as we did in August, because in August we were basically buying meat every single week, and we were buying more than we were using because we were throwing away the other stuff because of the frostbite. So in August we spent $863, $863.66. Part of that, and only like a small part of that, but we did buy a $60 trash can because we needed a new one, so part of that is in with that, but we would still be $200 over budget, so yikes. And the annoying thing is the fact that we don't buy anything ridiculous. So the prices of groceries are insane. So gas for our car, we had $178.85. So as I suspected in July, we are good for the gas budget. Pets, we somehow barely went under, but I was expecting us to go over, but we spent $217.20. And then electricity, we budget $470, not because that's how much our bill is now, but we talked about this, that we are going to just budget the $470, and whatever the difference is automatically going to saving for home improvement, and we're gonna see how fast we can pay off the AC and furnace. I mean, we're putting other money towards it, but just by the savings of electricity, because the person that installed it, like the company, was like, oh, you're not gonna see that much savings, and we're like, oh, we're gonna see a lot of savings. And I think one month we had like 250. July, oh my gosh, apparently I don't know my months. July we had like 150 or something like that. So very good number. And once we have paid off home improvement, we will be rebudgeting the $470 to be the accurate amount that we're going to be paying towards electricity. I thought I wrote it down. spent $317.60, and the remaining portion is going to be in home improvement, in addition to like the other stuff we saved. I don't share our mortgage, but we did put $296 to my car and $80 to Ashley Furniture. And then as budgeted, which I was a little concerned, but we were able to put the $1,165 towards Home Depot. And for the month of August, we did not have a bill for the AC or furnace, but we did, so I'm gonna put a 0, but we did receive our bill finally, I think last week, and maybe it was this week, but it's basically $500 a month, which is just disgusting, and that is why we are putting so much towards that and trying to pay it off so fast. It is 0% interest on our like loan, but I don't want to have to pay $500 a month, so I would rather just put thousands of dollars for a couple of months and then not have to deal with it ever again. So yeah, that is what we have for the debt column. And then moving on to savings, we put $568 towards home improvement, and that does include the difference of that. August wasn't a crazy month for the savings, but I'm hoping and pretty sure that September will be a little bit more crazy. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because that's totally dependent on basically how many hours Dalton works and how much overtime he is able to bring in. We put $1,000 towards our sinking funds, and I think I put that in my September budget, that moving forward I'm going to be sharing how much we're putting towards sinking funds. I was just super cautious about making sure you guys couldn't easily figure out our income, and I feel like I was just being too cautious. So I think with the 2 categories that I don't share, that I won't be sharing moving forward, the fund money and the mortgage, I think is enough to cause a variance to make it a little hard to figure that out. Oh, and retirement. I also will not be sharing that. But a thing that's not on here that I will be sharing is my Mint Mobile expense that I had. That was $53.78. So as you can see, that is why I tried switching to Mint Mobile, because Mint Mobile was basically the price of Verizon for 1 month, but instead for 3 months. And so it really sucks that it didn't work out. I think it was just like the first 3 months was $15 for every plan, and I would obviously get the unlimited plan, which they would be then switching to $30, which is still way cheaper. But that is why I originally switched, but Spectrum is the same price as Mint, like the $30. So we're gonna just bounce around, figure out a phone plan that works, and yeah. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!